Today on My Way, we're meeting people who've gone all in on their passion and found connection, purpose and community along the way. From crafting hand-welted shoes built to last a lifetime.
It's amazing, like 0.5 millimetre makes a huge difference.
Guiding women back to a path that leads inward.
And they just need somebody to reach out and give them a hand and show them how this can happen.
Chasing the taste of home, one batch at a time.
It's just all about simple ingredients, if that's what it is.
And turning tiles into triumphs.
People would always ask us, what are you going to do when you retire? I said, well, we're going to travel the world and play Scrabble.
That's all coming up on My Way.
Every single pair of shoes is different somehow. The customer's feet are different, which means the last is different, which means my making is different, the patterns are different, everything's different about it. But there's also so many facets to shoemaking that I am searching for those smallest details that no one else will notice. And I can be doing it forever and not learn everything. That's like the constant challenge is what I like. Every day's different. I'm Joseph, and this is my fit.
Joseph Selway has been taking back the meaning of the word bespoke, creating some of Australia's only handmade, perfectly unique, made-to-order shoes.
Come on down. So we're making some shoes for you?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Any idea what style you want?
No, I really need to see something. I've got no idea.
Let's look at some samples. Okay, so we've got no laces, slip-on. Yeah, why do I want to do it this way? It's a good question. Sometimes I ask myself that as well, but no, I love the challenge. I am a bit of a purist at heart. I don't like cutting corners, basically, and this is the purest approach to shoemaking that I can think of.
You're giving me a piano lesson.
That's me learning from you. My journey into shoemaking is slightly strange in that I was working for a mining company in Brisbane city, and that's when I met my partner Grace. And we had a constant stream of emails going about projects that we were interested in, architecture that we liked, furniture that we liked, etc. And there was this one day where Grace kind of dared me basically to make these little leather stools. You know, I was trying to court Grace at the time, maybe, or, you know, in my head I was anyway. So I accepted the challenge, and that was the start of my kind of leatherworking career, I guess.
Is this something that, like, are you applying this to all of your designs?
Yeah, it's like a kind of house sample, a house style, I guess. Just the square outside, the beveled inside. I just love the shovel shape that it gives. There's a deep, thing in me that I like learning. I really love that process of kind of discovering something I didn't know yesterday. And shoemaking is just the ultimate craft. There's so many different avenues that you could chase. Because there's so many little subtleties that you just don't appreciate when you're just starting out. And there's literal lots of blood, sweat and tears that go into it. Shoemaking has given me the chance to take all of my areas of expertise, and it's allowed me to mix all of that together, and I can make something useful for people that it kind of improves their lives. And that's the kind of satisfaction, you know, that people spend their whole lives searching for. So we're actually making 2 pairs of shoes for you. One's a trial, and once you've tried them on, I then cut them open. So we're going to look all the way through here. You'll put the shoes back on once they're all cut open, and I can see exactly what's going on.
See how you turf it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we allow a bit of space for kind of style and comfort here.
Yes.
We'll look at your arches.
Oh, wow.
And how they're contacting, and importantly through the heel as well. 2 or 3 people in the whole of Australia who do anything close to what I do in terms of bespoke shoemaking. And for me, the hand welted is hard to beat. Modern machines still can't imitate it perfectly. So I'm trying to get the shapes that I want to see in the finished shoe. And it's amazing, like 0.5 millimeter makes a huge difference. In my world, bespoke doesn't just mean you get to choose the colour or the laces or whatever. Bespoke is all about fit. So a pair of shoes might take me 100 hours from start to finish. Or it could be more. If you've got challenging feet, it could be 150 hours or 200 hours, or, you know, if I'm not happy with the results and I have to start again, that's all on me. I don't do what I do for the money, even though it might sound expensive to buy a pair of shoes, and it certainly is, it's an investment. But for me, I'm not doing it for the money at all. I'm doing it because I love doing it, and I'm able to kind of help people achieve their goals, you know, their footwear goals, I guess. Maybe that sounds corny, but it's a very special kind of satisfaction to be able to do that.
To find truly unique footwear or something uniquely true to your feet, check out Joseph's work for a one-of-a-kind hand-welted shoes. Still to come later in the show.
Anybody could make anything, really, if they really wanted to.
But after the break,
I've found my life's work, which is pretty heavy, but it's true.
welcome back to My Way.
I could see my story in so many people around me. We were travelling on the same parallel, and I knew that if I was thinking the way I was thinking, others were thinking the same way. I knew it for sure. And they just need somebody to reach out and give them a hand and show them how this can happen. I'm Frith, and this is my path.
After experiencing it herself, Frith created a community where like-minded women could come together, trek side by side, and rediscover the spark they thought they'd lost.
I've always been a curious kid. I've always wanted to find out what's behind there and what's over there. What adventure feels like for me is it's actually really part of me. It's fully attached to my DNA. I look at the world through adventure eyes. I have this very strong need to seek beautiful wild spaces, whether that be standing on a cliff looking out to the big ocean, in the mountain range, or just going through a beautiful forest and the delicacy of moss, and it makes me feel whole when I'm in those environments. But then we made this decision to have children, and someone's got to take the front lead on that. Someone's got to be the parent who's available and around, and that decision was me. All right, do you mind chopping the chicken up? Hey, Claus, can you come and do the bread, please? It's so simple to go down the busy mum road. It's so simple because everybody needs you, and you like feeling needed as well. That's part of it. And you become a scheduler, you become a picker-upperer, you become the cuddler, you become the dumping ground for everybody's emotional letting. Just all the home management falls back on you as the mum, and the mental load is severe. And I got, I guess, caught in the monotony of that. And it's not that I don't love my children. I really love my children. You do lose who you are. It is hard to express because it's such an internal feeling of loss. So going back to defining what adventure means to me, it's part of me, it's part of my DNA. And it was MIA, it was missing in action. Yeah, and it's a really empty feeling.
So Frith started Girls Trek, a community built around adventure and connection, traversing breathtaking trails and hidden gems around the world. It offers women the space to rediscover themselves one trek at a time.
That ability to be able to have a day in front of you where it's your decisions and you have a sense of awe, a feeling of excitement, actually, bringing excitement back into your life. It changes the way you are approaching your family, it's changing the way you're approaching your life. You're looking at all of what it is in front of you through a different lens, because you have enabled yourself to get back that thing is that you're missing. You've enabled to get it back for yourself.
How often have you done this before?
When they're arriving on a girls' trek, is with speed they become so close, and that is because we're walking and talking. And I start to talk and I start sharing a story, and because I'm not looking at you, and I keep going deeper into telling my story because I'm in nature and nature gives us perspective. And the woman behind me is just listening. And then the woman behind me says, you know what? I've been in exactly that same place myself. And this is what happened for me. And then all of a sudden, there is this connection that happens between these two women. There's this sense of, oh, I'm not alone. And by the end of 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, it doesn't matter the duration. It's brought them community. It's brought them strength in their own opinion of themselves. It's heightened their self-esteem. It's improved their relationships. It's assisted them make really big decisions about their life. When I hear those things fed back to me, wow, it's amazing. And I feel I'm really helping. I'm helping my little part of the world. I'm really helping.
If you're interested in joining Frith and her crew, jump online and check it out. Still to come on My Way.
And I've played the best person in the world 4 or 5 times. I've had much better tiles than him and I've still lost.
But up next,
The whole atmosphere is what I love about my job. And the milk, like the milk smell when I pasteurize it, oh my God, it just smells amazing. It's a calling, you know, so that's what I mean. Everybody could make it. Anybody could make anything really if they really wanted to. You know, maybe I could be a filmmaker, but the reality is that I don't have the passion, nor the drive, nor the willingness to do what others do. I want to do what I do, which is mozzarella. I'm Alessandro, and this is my persistence.
you'd be hard-pressed to find someone as passionate about the art of cheese making as Alessandra Motta. The attention to detail, the quality of the ingredients, and his love of the process all come together to make the most sought-after and authentic Italian cheese, and all from an industrial district in outer Brisbane.
The concept here is more like you walk into our production facility and you get what you want. Well, it's actually like a shed where we just produce mozzarella and we wholesale it mainly, but we are also open to public and people can come and buy it here straight off the bat. So there's no proper shop front with like fridges and that, because we don't like storing stuff. We like to give it when it's made, as fresh as possible. The whole atmosphere is what I love about my job. And the milk, like the milk smell when I pasteurize it, oh my God, it just smells amazing. Putting my hands in the water and pulling the cheese and feeling that smell of the whey and like just coming out of that. And like when the steam, what I like is when the steam of the burrata comes into, and that's why sometimes I just eat it, because it's like, it's just simple things that get me going, really. And just how this physical change from this to this is just like magic. Growing up in Rome, I grew up with a lot of things that were available and took for granted. I came to Brisbane with my parents, and Brisbane at the time, like 22 years ago, it was impossible to find ingredients that were even close to what I was used to at the time, not now, but at the time. Like people sometimes can't grasp that, can't imagine it, how it was different from now for us. We couldn't eat. No, it's true, because that's also what we ate. Like that's all we ate. For me, I was starving. Every day I'm always like in the process of creating something that people want. And it's like, and not just what people want, but something that I've missed from my childhood that I cannot get here. At 12, I was like, Mom, can we make like ricotta? Because I was like missing it. Somehow I needed to source it. And the thing that made me fall in love with the milk was that it could come from like liquid to solid. It was actually mesmerizing how I saw all these big vats and like milk just swooshing around and like the whey. And then it just all of a sudden, milk turns into this. 2003, I came to Australia. 2005, I started researching. I found the process to be obviously frustrating. It felt more that it was never good enough. It's just all about simple ingredients, good recipe, good workmanship. That's all it is. When I started to get the cheese right, Funny actually wanted to export it to my relatives because I thought it was better. It was I wanted them to tell me whether they thought it was like one there. But yeah, when I got that feeling that I thought it was good, obviously I was ecstatic. It's always when I look back at where I came from and where I am, that's when I get a feeling of satisfaction. Ho portato quello di Channel 9, va mozzarella? Appena fatta. How good it is in comparison to the one in Andria?
8 to 10.
8 to 10. It's pretty good. For an Italian to tell you 8 out of 10, it means it's 10 out of 10. It's always a great feeling, to be honest, knowing that you're amongst some of the best restaurants, if not the best, in Brisbane and in Sydney. It's something that I'm very proud of. I started because I wanted people to eat what I knew, and the fact that I want to eat it essentially, but I needed something more stable to make sure it kept running so I could eat some more. Like it really is that, really. I was too young to think of a career when I was 14, 13. So that just became my career. It just took me. Like I was just so involved in it. There was nothing else in my head. Naturally, it just became.
You can find Alessandra's cheese on many authentic Italian pizzas up and down the East Coast, or just come to the factory.
I feel like I don't miss Italy as much as I did. Now I just actually miss it for holidays.
Coming up next.
That's the number one tip from the best player in the world. How do you get better? Learn more words.
Welcome back to My Way.
The thing with Scrabble is that there's the bit of chance in what tiles you get out of the bag and when you get them. So even though you're not as good as the person you're playing, you have the chance of beating them.
I've beaten the best player in the world 4 times.
And I've played the best person in the world 4 or 5 times. I've had much better tiles than him and I've still lost.
You don't have to admit that.
I'm Paul.
I'm Karen.
And these are our words.
For many, board games might just be a hobby, but for Paul and Karen Richards, placing the little Scrabble tiles across the board has spelt out a life of travel and fierce competition across the seas, as well as a growing community of enthusiasts who quickly became family.
This year we've already played in Bangalore in India, Cape Town in South Africa, Hamilton in New Zealand, shortly the World Seniors Championships in Berlin, the Continental Scrabble Championships in Budapest. Towards the end of the year we're off to Ghana to represent Australia. People would always ask us, what are you going to do when you retire? I said, well, we're going to travel the world and play Scrabble.
It's a fantastic way to do it because you've got friends as soon as you get there. I mean, the Scrabble community is like our extended family, to be quite honest.
There goes first. There we go. I've got a Y. I think you're going to be going first.
Probably.
Our initial interest in competitive Scrabble, back when I was working, I was an engineer in construction. I finished working on a job and then...
That was my fault.
Yeah, it was Karen's fault. And then I dragged her across Australia to Bunbury in Western Australia.
I thought a good way to meet somebody would be to go and find a Scrabble club, but when I contacted the library, I said, is there any Scrabble clubs here? And they said, no, but there's a lady from here that goes up to Perth to play.
I took Karen to Perth the first time and she came home with three trophies in her first tournament. And I thought, if I'm going to drive up there for 2 hours, well, I might as well play as well. 1, 2, 3, 3 is 6, and 8's 14, 15, 16, 17, 51, 101.
Hit your clock.
Hit the clock.
Challenge.
Am I dreaming?
Yep, I hope.
Scrabble is a good way just to relax. You're focused entirely on the Scrabble game and it gives you a day off where your brain's not worrying about work. I think when we started out, it was something
to do every month or so.
To do once a month and just enjoy it, and then it sort of inspires you to learn more. This one is from the World Seniors Championship when we held it down in Southport. So that's the front, but most people love the back. At the moment, I'm the president of Scrabble Queensland. Karen, I think, has been a big part of the worldwide community because when they started the World English Language Scrabble Players Association, Karen was there as the chair of the youth committee.
My official role is the Australian youth coach. That's what I love, and I'm taking a whole group of them, 14, over to Malaysia at the end of the month to play the World Youth Scrabble Championship.
You get to meet a lot of people all around Australia and the world. It's so exciting. Yes, it is.
It's because it's pretty competitive but friendly at the same time.
With Scrabble, you'd spend a lot of time focusing on something, and it's something they're really good at.
I mean, it's about maths, it's about a little bit about spelling, but mostly maths and probability and risk management and time management and logic, problem solving. There's so many aspects of strategic thinking. You can't really say looking outside the box because you have to keep looking inside the
Yes.
It's fantastic when the kids get something from the Scrabble, that helps them in life.
I think that's one of the rewards, is just seeing the development of them.
If you want to try your hand at Scrabble, find your local community online.
It keeps your brain active, and you're always challenging yourself, and there's always words to learn. That's the number one tip from the best player in the world. How do you get better? Learn more words.
Super fun game, the Scrabble community is super fun, so just get in touch with anyone, try to find a way to play. I really recommend it.
If you've missed anything on today's show or want some more information on the story, head to our website, 9.com.au/MyWay. All our episodes up on 9 now. On the next My Way.
This place would probably be, it's the best small town in Australia, without a doubt.
We'll see you then on My Way.